What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Down the Rabbit Hole. We are back here live. I think we're going to paint tonight. Yeah, we're definitely going to paint tonight. I'm going to continue on laying some color for the hummingbird painting that I'm working on, and some other stuff. Yeah, so we're just going to hang out and make some art. That's the plan. So let's jump over into the studio. Oh man, everything's doing weird stuff today. Alright, sorry, I had to reset OBS a few times because it didn't want to do what I needed it to do tonight. It's always the case when you're like trying to get something done. It's like, nope, we're not gonna do that one. So our plan is to, sorry guys, jump into the studio. I was trying to like clean up the studio a little bit. Not that I've been too messy this week. I feel like I haven't really painted as much as I have in the weeks past. I did wash these out. They just are very stained blue. The blue that we painted. Feels like I didn't wash them at all though. The paint like leaves a sticky residue. They're fine though. We'll be good to go. Alright. Move our keyboard out of frame. I will probably need it eventually, but let's grab our canvas for today. Go us. That nice blue canvas. Yeah. That's right. Everything that goes on it will be pretty cool. So we need a red UFO. I think I'm just gonna Poshka this one in tonight because I'm really feeling a little bit lazy. And so basic design for this one, I think I'm going to, I don't even know if it's here. Oh, it is here. Here's the design I think I'm going to use. I thought I had one bird. Oh, the bird is there. Alright, there we go. I think that'll be a pretty pop-in piece. Just do that. I gotta make it bigger. Make the UFO. Maybe make the hummingbird bigger as well. Paint a tree branch. Call it. I like it. Let's move forward. Okay. So real quick, I am gonna lay a white background, but what I do want to do real quick is I want to kind of map out where I want the UFO. Kind of like that it looks like a dish in this one where the edge of it is eye level with us. So that's pretty cool. Let's continue to try to do that. So I want it from, it's easy to do this, like you can use a ruler. It's nice to have like a little short straight edge, but if you don't have a ruler, here's a sticker that I drew. I was at a concert the other night and there was a little girl wearing a unicorn headband holding on to her mom while the show was going on. So yeah, this was drawn in the dark on the back of my phone. But these are cool because, like I said, these usually get stuck places and they're little Polaroids basically that are stickers. I wish I had known when I designed these to get them unlaminated. I didn't need to technically get them laminated. it would have helped with the drilling process maybe on top of the sticker. It's nice that, you know, it's printed, but how do you do individual printed stickers? That's kind of hard. Unless you have your printer with you all the time and you're doing stuff like that. But that was cool. Anyways, you can use this as a guide. Let's say I want my, just say for starts, we want our UFO, you know, somewhere in this vicinity, right? And then this isn't really long enough to do much damage. I do have a ruler, so I can make life easier. And be like, alright, well, this is just to give me like, so it's not so uneven. I don't know what I feel though is worse, is if it's uneven and it's off by just a little bit, or if it's uneven and it's off a lot and it gives it more like the rule of thirds. This painting is going to be weird because I'm really just going to break a lot of rules and just kind of go with the flow, really. So there's that. I don't think I even want this thing that centered. Maybe I do. It's gonna be a lot of expectations to live up to if I start centering that though. Just to give me an idea though, I don't, like even if I was to draw it here, right? I'm just drawing it in the light blue first. I know it's really hard to see probably for everyone there at home. Oh, it's actually not that hard to see. It looks more like white on this blue. But I kind of want to come across like a normal width. It's funny because it's not that funny, it's kind of sad. But because I can't see out of my right eye, like as soon as it gets here, all the perspective is different. Because it's past like my line of sight, depending on my left eye. So like it always is, I don't even know what I paint. It's probably just always crooked. That looks crooked, but I know that's straight. Okay, then I put like a little light in the bottom, so I want that in there, but that's probably not in the center. Let's see how well I did with that. It's 6 3/4. I didn't do too bad. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm gonna make it like this, right? Put this in there. And that's about right size for a hummingbird feeder. Does it look really crooked to you? Because it looks crooked to me. And then so the capsule, I like should go there. No, let's put it six and a quarter, 6 and a half. 6 and a half makes it really thin. How wide is this one? It looks pretty wide. I think this, no, it's not that wide. I'm never gonna get this thing straight. This is why I always trace everything. It doesn't matter if I get it straight or not. Like the first one I drew here, I like it, but it looks terrible. So anything I do has got to be better than that, right? So let's just, and we're using cut in rather than out. But I could do a very like ideal thing here. Okay, never mind. We're gonna make a lot of mistakes here, but it seems to be my process anyways, so I'm just gonna roll with it. And which means unfortunately you guys have to watch me roll with it. And that looks really off center. Why? Give me a reason why. Did I do that wrong? I mean, I did take just 6.5. This should be. Oh, yeah. Good dang. Measure twice. I feel like this one has to be a little bit more perfect than the other ones. But that's not gonna give me the distance I want. Okay, I need a point to hit. Mark it here, 6. 6.5. That's too high. Yeah, that's way too high. I'm gonna just draw it. Let's go for it. Who cares? Trust. That's how you get faster. Is you have to trust yourself to do what needs to be done. I'm always worried when I have a background drawn though, because it's really hard to get the gradient back. I don't think that's big enough. Yeah, well, maybe someday soon. So I'm pretty sure that's crooked, but we're alright. It needs to be bigger. I think it's too small. I think the whole thing needs to be bigger, so that's okay. Let's just that's a better size. I also think our saucer for our dish needs to be bigger, so we're gonna extend that 1/2 inch on either side, which will let us drop it down a little bit more and give us that feel we can see the bottom of it. Since that room is eye level. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. And then I do like them both dressed up like a flower. So that's a funny little touch that we haven't played with at all. I don't know where the cap is now. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh, that's not what we want. Oh cap, where did you go? Watch the replay. Watch the replay. Where did it go? Someone find it. I found it. No one found it. I was just kidding. Okay, good. I like it. I kind of want to have this hanging on a branch. I want stars in the background. This needs to be red, and then the bottom should be maroon-ish, I think, because it's like the bottom shaded. There should be a yellow spot in the middle. We're going to color the rest of this light blue just to get a base coat. Real nice. Oh, it's almost too light blue. I don't know if I want to ruin the background just yet. So I'm just gonna kind of bring this around. Okay, highlighting the edges. I'm bringing in this like color a little bit. Oops, gotta be careful, this fat brush. Make everything real wide real quick. I was just thinking, the brain goes to so many different places. So I was just thinking I made a painting that was on a skateboard that I traded for a painting that Chris Markovich painted back in the day, which is a cool painting. I don't know, it's probably sitting in my parents' garage, like behind something, which is really interesting. I don't know if anyone would ever know it's a Chris Markovich. I don't know if it's signed. I was just trying to think about that piece. Weird. The things we have. Okay, but before I do it, I'm gonna, cause it's gonna take a couple of coats of red to get this thing dialed in. Plus, since the blue isn't dry, it's just gonna kind of make it purple. I think like that's really what makes like the natural paintings. I think that's why a lot of the painters, when they're painting the natural stuff, they just kind of like paint wet and get messy and like kind of just, cause it's just all a bunch of different reflections of light. Man, this thing's too small to paint with. Ooh, the red might be in trouble. Oh, might be able to get a little bit out of it. It's looking wet. but it's not looking solid. Starting to run out of paint. Oh, that helped a little bit. Like, just want like the thinnest line of red back there. Just to give it just a little bit of look there. Yeah, it's still a spaceship trying to be a bird feeder. With an alien and his friend in it. I'm just gonna paint. I'm just working on painting this. Like this. That's my plan. Maybe paint a branch up here on the top holding the bird feeder. Oh. That I kinda need to just put in with I wanna start with almost a dark brown. Maybe I should mix a little bit of color and paint a tree branch up here. But what's interesting is if I mix I don't know, how do we get brown? How do I get dark brown? Red and green will make brown. Red and blue make a weird purplish brown. But like I want a dark brown. I don't know if I'm gonna get the color I want, but we'll give it our best shot. No? It doesn't look brown at all. More green, more red, a little bit of blue. What are we thinking? That looks like the maroon I'm gonna need for the bottom of the ship right here. A dark color. I may be heading up to Anchorage, Alaska to paint a chicken coop, which would be pretty interesting. I might take this show on the road and we'll do a live feed out there. Day one, painting the chicken coop. All I've been told is that they want something whimsical painted on it. I'm hoping that I can match what the client wants. We'll see. We'll see. But this isn't brown, so that is not gonna help me. What colors do I need to mix to make brown? Green? Yeah, that didn't turn brown though. Maybe more green. Let's go more earth tone. Oh. More green. Because at worst, the tree is green. No, too much green. What color is this? Yeah, mixing colors is kind of an interesting kind of. This is why painting's supposed to be relaxing. I've been doing it all wrong. I've been painting all stressed out, giving myself time limits and challenges, and you're just supposed to like mix paint and relax? What? No. This can't be the way it's supposed to go. That'd be silly. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna have to jump out and okay. Sorry, I was not even zoomed out enough for you guys to see that beautiful red that I added. Alright, now I'm gonna put the branch, and the branch is just gonna go in on this side, and then we're gonna get much thicker. And branches are not straight, they have all sorts of bumps and knots and things in it, so we're just gonna paint it in. Paint it in. Maybe we're gonna bring the tip of the brush and come in this way. Bring in some other branches just to give it a little bit more of a feel. This needs to go out also. I think it's gonna be wider. I really want it to be a sturdy branch, because if you were a UFO, you'd want to use a sturdy branch. Sometimes there's new growth. Out of old growth. So we're gonna add that there. So far so good. I wonder if I can add texture to this tree branch, what that would look like. Probably would need to use some of the brown that's here. Let me also get it dialed in here. there should be more sticks. I don't want there to be more sticks. Maybe just trying to see how this would grow. Maybe one coming out of the back over here. It's hard to paint with this brush, it's so big. Should move to a smaller brush to paint the smaller detail. That would be the smarter thing to do. But I'm also running out of paint, so that's also, we're gonna have to thieve paint from one brush to the next. Nope, I don't need that much paint. It's helpful if you use the right tool, right? Like, the job becomes easier when the tool you're using is the correct one. Otherwise they're too thick, right? Like, you want to make sure at least though the branch behind it is wider than the branch in front of it towards the end. They're like capillary veins. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think we can quit there with the branch. Okay. But that being said, I kind of wanted to give myself a little bit of a lighter branch color. And I don't know what that's going to look like, so let's see if I can add a little bit of color pigment to this. And by that I mean I'm going to add a bit of white. Oh man, it's just turning this weird shade of purple. I'm back to the purple again. So now it gave me more of like a mauve color, which I really don't want. I was gonna try to like bring in some like shading. A little bit of brighter areas. But it's like a purple color. I guess it's okay. We're just gonna experiment a little bit. And just see what it looks like. I feel like that's like a lot of life. It's like, see someone do something. Try your best to either imitate and then try to do it better. Achieve better. Again, use the right tool for the job. Get a little bit of water onto the brush. I don't think this is the correct color, but at any means it's just adding a little bit of depth to our tree branch, which, you know, maybe this will just be the background and no one will pay any attention to it, but you're just trying to get a little bit more, you know, just a little bit more. Like, come on. And I think this is like good for you to push yourself as an artist to just try to paint other things. I feel like we get so stuck. We want to do something well, and then if we do something well, it's really easy to get pigeonholed and just do the same thing over and over again. I feel like this is like a classic thing in like teaching, for teachers especially, where they have some classes that are really successful, and then, you know, they use the same lesson plan for years, and some of the lesson plans are good, but some things like need a little update just because, you know, times are updating and the way we do things. So spend way too long on this tree. Okay, good. Good basic layer for the tree. Tree bench, I like it. Oh, I could have added a little bit of yellow, huh? I ran out of my brown color. I really need a clean, I should have used this one. I don't know, this one is so dirty, I'm picking up chunks of white paint in my piece. Should be using this one. But do I move away from the brown? And I need to mock up my hummingbird because it's the real. Oh, I'm not ready to do that yet. I feel like we might not even end up doing that tonight. We'll just see how it goes. What's next? I need to draw in my alien and the flower petals and the rabbit. I want to draw the line like fake somehow. That's holding it up. We need some yellow in here on the bottom, so let me get a quick little brush rinse. I actually didn't get any real water together tonight. I didn't think I was going to be painting with real paint. You guys got lucky. Like insert one of those in the wilderness. Jason's rarely seen painting with real paint. He's usually using a pen to applicate. Okay, that's good to know. I just need a better, I ran out of brown and now I have to remix brown, so I guess we're just gonna see. So last time I had too much red, so we want it is a good amount of green. That's a decent amount of green and just a hint of red. Let's not poison the well, you know? Oh, there we go. There we have our little glob of paint. What does it look like now? Looks like a random Ninja Turtle, but oh, sorry. There, he's an alien. Yay! Okay, that was fun. Look at that. But let's mix that brown. It's a red-eyed alien. Come on, brown. Come on, brown. No. Yes. 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 No. Green. 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 I should be using my palette knife, not my brush. But I'm flipping sides. I'm not like smashing the tip of it. It is getting a massive amount of paint on my brush though. This looks way too green still. I think I need more red. Sorry guys. Trying to navigate the color here. That looks like an olive green still. So we need to add more red. Drip more red. Oh dear. Oh dear. Two oh dears. One, I dripped a drip of paint on my finger. That needs to go away. And this, I need to achieve brown, so let's start with a really red in the center. And it's just turning maroon. I made too much of a color I don't need. I don't even need this much brown. I it's like a mauve. Like a gray color, which I don't like. I do need to make some mountains for my other painting. Should I like switch gears and totally just go for the other painting? And do some gray. I just don't think this color is really off from where I started. Just like a different shade of brown. I don't even know where in the color scheme this goes. Is it lighter? Or is it darker? It's neither really. It's like really red. It's just so faint, like you can't tell. Wow. Now I kinda wanna like paint. I like this brown color, but it's really like just not, cause the other one's a little bit more red, so it's like a little bit more mauve. Plus I feel bad for wasting all this brown I just made. And I've started painting this now. So here we go. Waste of time. I just painted this. And now I'm just gonna take out all the work that I just did, cause this is way closer to the edge work. What I should do. Alright, let's try to add a little bit of yellow. Highlights, right? Highlights with the yellow. Lighter color. Now this is not super different. I'm just gonna try to highlight. Nope. No, it's not that different. Like I said, what I should really do right now is go and paint some mountains with this brown on the other painting that needs paint. Alright, let's try to highlight with this then. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I'm always not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. What time is it? Oh, we painted a tree in an hour. Not even a really good tree. We're just trying to highlight this tree. Just dabbing in little bits of texture here and there. Just kinda finding space for color. I'm just trying to add a little bit of texture in here. We might see some light from behind. Like I said, this tree hold on, sorry guys. Tree just needs a little bit of texture here and there. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to paint some trees for the chicken coop. I just have a feeling. Like trees are a good way to add filler. But I also need to like really work on my tree skills. I feel like my tree skills could get better. I just need to find a good technique and kind of let go of my cartoon illustration style a little bit more, because that part of me just wants to make everything a solid color. And I could really put some like whites and bright yellows in and really highlight this at some point. You can always move up. Okay, well then you can probably go the other way too. Let's just add a drip of probably no, the brown umber isn't open yet. just a drip, like a little tiny drip of blue. See what that does since I have so much of this mix now. See if I can get a darker shade. It doesn't look that different. I don't want to put black because that just mutes everything. See, like normal people mix outside, but still I can't really tell the difference between the colors until I get that on there. Is that too dark? It might be too dark. Can't tell. Can't see. Oh no. I'm gonna try to do the same technique I did on the top. Give it some shape on the bottom. Spend way too much time doing this. I don't need to do the tree in such detail. This is why I cannot profit on being an artist, because I just spend too much time micromanaging. I don't need to. Could have had this done already. Since this is back there, this needs a little bit of a line and some shading. Just right here. So it puts it in the background, huh? I don't know, this tree's probably gonna look terrible, but that's okay. There's always tomorrow. I'm just trying to put the branches in. I mean, it's fine. Doesn't matter. I just need to stay consistent. As long as I stay consistent, we're good. Alright. Want that to be more of a flat branch, taking the other one out. some shading here to give this guy a little bit more look. This needs a little bit more shading here. And give us some areas where the branch is coming out. I like it. It took me too long, but I like it. Nice. Alright, well, there's my tree branch and half of my bird feeder UFO. I was hoping to get to more today, but I don't know. Looking kind of cool. Getting there. Kind of just doing small episodes. We're just taking some things easy. Next couple of days, I'll really get this finished and kind of dial in some more of what needs to happen. I want this to be yellow. So yeah, I think overall this is gonna. Thanks. I know it's a little shiny, but the branch came out pretty good. It's gonna steal the show. No one's even gonna care about the UFO. They're gonna be like, "Wow, that's a beautiful painting of a branch." They're like, "Yeah, it really is. It's a beautiful painting of a branch." That's what I was going for, capturing the branch. Now I can probably put some real like highlights in it and really make it brighten up. But I still don't even know if the branch is supposed to be shaded on that side. I feel like if the light was coming from, I don't know. And I probably should have like splattered the sky with stars before I got to where I am now, but whatever, we're here. We're doing it. Problem is if I sprinkle the sky with stars, then everything in my room gets sprinkled with things. So maybe we'll just take it easy and I'll hand star it in. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this one. Pretty easy night tonight. Hope everyone enjoyed their week and is getting ready for the weekend, really. Yeah, that's kind of my tutorial on the hummingbird, and I didn't even get to the hummingbird yet today, so we will get to it perched on the edge there. I'm still trying to think of a place to maybe fit something in here that's funny on the bottom, because I do have a decent amount of space. As a full painting, right? Here, let me help you. Oh no, that's too much. It's too much direct light. Nope, that's too little direct light. I can never get it right. What do you want from me? Oh, let's not fall. Okay, good. Let's try overhead light. Okay, overhead lighting. So that's pretty much where we're at. We're going to turn this into a bird feeder. Hopefully put our hummingbird over here. And I was thinking it'd be really cool to put something being beamed up here, but I don't really know what to do. Hopefully our end product, our end product should look something similar to this original drawing. Oh, It's a game of reverse puzzle for me. See if I can put it back together, looking at it in the mirrored image. Nope, nope. Yes. Okay, anyways, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next Monday. This channel also is gonna get quite a trim. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot less live shows this week, and there may be less live shows coming up soon, just depending on what's gonna be happening. I'm gonna still try to paint as much as I can live for you guys, but with other projects kind of taking headway, I'm trying to balance out my time. But yeah, well that's gonna be it for this one. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Have a good weekend and good night, and we will see you next time. Peace.